even Johto, but the Digimon series, Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, and Season 4 I like. Although, I will admit in my adult years, Season 4 is not my favorite.
Now or...
Now.
Okay. Yeah.
I really do like Season 4.
I think Season 4 is really underrated. That's the worst quarters.
I like Season 3, but Season 3 is such nightmare fuel
Yeah.
that I don't know if I will ever show my daughter Season 3. I don't know if I can do it.
You can. She'll be fine.
Are you saying
No, she won't. Leomon.
Are you saying Season 3 is like the darkest?
Leomon dies in
It
every
is!
season! And it really is.
It really is.
Season 3 gets pretty
No, do you want to know what
pissed.
I'm really worried about with the Leomon death, honestly? Is not Leomon dying.
The fact it drives...
It's the reference later.
Is there going to be a split
Do
pad?
you know what I'm talking
I
about?
don't think so.
So you might want to leave. So.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Beelzemon actually doing his ability to free Jerry, and she gets all sad.
Oh.
That's the hardest scene to watch in that entire series. Is like, you see Impmon and Beelzemon like literally trying to help her, and then at that moment, like she is wanting him to help her, or she's wanting Beelzemon to help her, and then he imitates Leomon,
Alright.
and she immediately goes back into the trauma.
Right.
And it's like, it's both the most infuriating moment for me as well as the saddest, because at that point I'm like, you little, grab his hand. I don't care that you're traumatized.
There could be a split pad further on. So
Alright. There must be then.
Or no, actually, the other thing I got frustrated with is like,
other way?
was it Calamon?
Mm-hmm.
Why is Calamon not dragging Jerry to Beelzemon? Why is Beelzemon not just reaching as hard as he can? That's a frustrating moment for me. I get that she's traumatized, but you could still get her out of there. And they didn't. And it pisses me off. But it also makes me sad. That's why I'm saying I don't know if my daughter will ever see Season 3. I'm worried of the pain it might cause.
Okay, now let's see if there's like a pool area or something.
But then again, I did see Optimus Prime die, so...
Do you like seeing Optimus Prime die?
Dude, Optimus Prime has died so many times, even I'm making jokes about it.
He's immortal.
Now, here's the thing. That iconic first death, still forever to me, it will be etched into my brain. It's still great. And thankfully,
There you go.
come September, because we now have a release date for it, September 13th, Alex will
there
be
is
able
a
to
split
experience
pad,
it
so you
for the
know.
first time. Like, the first ever legit Optimus Prime death. Which actually was, like...
Down.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm really excited about in September, is, like, when you get to watch the movie for the first time, Alex, you get to see that iconic first death of Optimus Prime, the one that sticks with everybody, and is absolute pinnacle of badassitude.
Okay.
Um...
Awesome.
But at the same time, it's also gut-wrenching because I'm not going to spoil this for people. If you've seen it, you've seen it. If you haven't, you haven't. You actually watch Optimus die on his deathbed, roughly.
So I think the only other thing you can get here is probably the Gene Joes, and that's it. Because I think the last two Jiggies require a move later on.
Alright.
Because I think if you got 7 now, right?
Yes.
So yeah, Gene Joe's is probably the only last one.
Oh, wait, I actually just barely realized. There is a series that Prime didn't die. He almost died. That would be Prime. He didn't die there. He dies everywhere else. It's like G1.
How many Gene Joes do you have so far?
He died twice in G1. I think he died twice in G1. No, never mind.
We got all Gigios.
Okay, so wait, how many Jiggies?
He died in movie 2.
If we gotten all the Gene Joes.
He died in Armada.
Okay, so then what?
I think he died in Energon. Yes, I've actually watched these series, people.
I think
That's how much of a glutton for punishment I am. I will watch the crap just to see if there's a glint of gold in it. I even watched the stupid Robots in Disguise that was on Fox. Oh, that was horrible to watch.
Oh, the Twinkly. We didn't do that one yet, right?
I want to say we did, but where is it?
It's on the...
For those who don't know what I'm talking about,
Third
it's the one
floor,
where
I think.
Optimus is a fire truck. only time he's ever been anything other than a diesel. And he was primal notwithstanding.
Well, I think it's in the plant room, so you would have probably the easiest way is from the outside.
Yes, he was a fucking fire truck.
Oh, Optimus Prime?
Yeah, there was a series on Fox called Robots in Disguise, and it's a bad series, where he actually, instead of being a diesel, because Prime is always a diesel, he was a fire truck in that one.
One of the fire escapes leads into the 3rd floor.
And what made it even worse is that just to twist the knife, the developers or the people who did Robots in Disguise, they wanted to do the Nemesis Prime angle, which is actually where, like, there has been like a dark Optimus Prime done in the comics.
It's probably
He was
the
a
one
diesel.
below this one.
He was a fucking military diesel truck.
Right.
It's like, twist the knife, why don't you?
I'm gonna just...
Anti-Prime was a diesel truck. Prime was a fire truck.
Oop.
And guys, I don't just hate it for that. There were plenty of other reasons to hate that series. The fact that Megatron had like 5 transformable forms and he only ever used one of them.
Try over there.
One of which was a hand, by the way. He had a giant demonic hand. He used it once.
Wow, a hand. Nope, that's not it.
It was like right by the boiler room, I think.
Well, I think the boiler room's on a higher floor.
Well, I think you had to climb across one of those black and yellow.
And for the record, before people start asking me about, yes, I'm excited for Combiner Wars. I've seen it. It's being made by Machinima. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be YouTube exclusive.
I think there's a way through on the top.
Yeah, you guys heard me right. Hasbro has paid Machinima, YouTube Machinima, to make a series for Transformers called Combiner Wars, which is based in G1. There's no possible way that they can bring back Peter Cullen or Frank Welker, but it's based in G1, people. No, actually, Peter Cullen is in it. Peter Cullen, is there any Optimus Prime role you won't take these days?
I guess not.
No, he's had a few where he hasn't taken it. I love the fact that in Beast Wars they tried to crown a new Peter Cullen, and it never worked out.
There you go.
In fact, in Robots in Disguise, it was that guy who played Prime.
A box called Old Rubbish.
Old rubbish.
This is a game made by British people, Andrea. I don't know why you're shocked by that.
Yeah. British.
When you start seeing wanker in this game,
Wanker.
and you're still surprised by it, I'm just gonna look at you like this.
I don't think they've ever said wanker in this game.
You wanker.
This is still a bang.
No, Conquer has. I know that
Over
Conquer
there?
has at least one iteration of wanker.
Let's see.
Drop down.
And people still ask us for Conquer. Are we going to play Conquer?
I don't know, are we?
Of course, we need a battery.
There's still a battery that needs to be. Where's the...
Maybe it would be a good justification for us to buy the rare 30th anniversary? I don't know.
Yeah, but isn't that gonna have the...
People have asked us for Battletoads. That's probably not happening.
Battletoads. Do you have Battletoads?
Do I?
It's a joke, Adam.
Well, I was gonna say, well, I did at one point.
It's like a common prank people pull when they like...
Dude, that's actually probably the first ever NES game I ever ADGN, like, mangled. I was pissed at it. And I was pissed at it for the exact same reason James was. I couldn't get past the turbo tunnel. So yeah, I cheered right alongside James when he actually got through the turbo tunnel. It's like, it's doable! I will never go back to this game ever again.
Alright, now we gotta find one more battery.
Gotta find that battery.
That's actually another one that we get, is not only Tomb Raider, but Perfect Dark.
Is there one down here?
Because
I
of
think
the,
I got this one.
There it is.
Okay, I didn't get this one.
I can't remember her name. I think it's like Angelina Dark or something like that, but people want us to do the Perfect Dark games. Which is just 2, isn't it? Yeah, it's just 2, because there was an N64 game and then there was the horrible 360 game that came out.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
But you're supposed to know about it, Andrea. It's got a female protagonist, and apparently that's all women ever care about, is whether or not a series, whether or not a game, whether or not a movie have a female protagonist.
Not up.
Oh, well, gotta So,
I poke fun at you guys, but I love you. We really do need to figure out what to call you guys, because Drak and Shadowites just doesn't really work.
Just fans.
My friends.
up on the joystick.
My French.
Darn it.
I've actually started saying my friends on my channel, and I think I'm going to stick with that, because saying lovelies just feels like we absolutely are ripping off the Game Grumps. But strangely... But strangely enough, Linkara says my friends, and I don't care about that. My friends? My friends. My French. This is John McCain here. My French, why are you watching this Let's Play channel? I don't even know what a Let's Play is.
Oh, okay.
I can't even manage the emails half the time.
Okay, it's actually left on the joystick.
Left on the joystick.
I took a course one day
But
from
up
Hillary
is a
Clinton and
different
was forever lost in emails and how they worked. But that's okay, because apparently Hillary doesn't understand how emails work either. That's about as political as we'll ever get on this channel, people. And that's just because it's a cheap Hillary Clinton joke, and, well, making fun of the Clintons is real easy these days.
It's always been easy.
Mm-hmm. Ever since The Simpsons did it.
I cannot.
Get back to work! Get back to work, Clinton! Make me!
Mike me. Hey, Clinton, get back to work. Mike me.
Make me!
Oh, no, get away from me.
And just in honor of making fun of Bill Clinton, what I'm going to do at the end of the day today is I'm going to walk all the way to my nearest McDonald's, get a cheeseburger to cancel out all the calories that I just lost, and walk back.
Do you really do that?
Oh yeah, it was a campaign.
Walk across America. Go to McDonald's.
I can't remember if it was this wasn't a McDonald's thing.
I'm just joking.
I can't remember if it was his first or his second term, but he had not a heart attack. He had heart surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And so at that point, like, everybody was concerned, you know, he could have a heart attack and
You might
die.
want can you get in your bag to sleep and
So there was
I got
this
the battery
whole
in it.
there was this whole movement to get him fit, physically fit. And one of the things that would happen was he would go out for a jog, but he'd have cameras with him. And every time he would go, like, to the closest McDonald's to the White House, get a cheeseburger there, which cancels out all the calories he just lost, and then jog back.
Nice.
It was funny enough that SNL did a freaking skit about it, alright? They did a couple of skits, actually. They did the McDonald's thing, but they also did, like, when he was out on the campaign trail, how he would go to the places that had the absolute most fried food. And again, he'd had heart surgery, and just, like, have him eat, like, the greasiest stuff there, kind of thing.
Right.
And this was back when Phil Hartman was being Bill Clinton on SNL. It was really fun.
Bill Hartman.
Rest in peace, Phil Hartman. We love you.
We do. He was gonna originally be Zach Brannigan in Futurama.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. In fact, I believe he was the inspiration for, was it Billy West that took on Zach Brannigan?
I think so.
He was the inspiration because what Phil was doing was he was going to channel,
Damn it!
No, I'm thinking of Phil Hartman. Phil Hartman's,
My jump.
Well, at least you got the battery still.
Charlton Heston.
Yes, I do. Thank goodness.
So yeah, it was Phil Hartman channeling Charlton Heston. It was Billy West channeling Phil Hartman's Charlton Weston.
Go that way. Go straight.
Or Charlton Heston. I'm the man with no name. Zach Brannigan at your service. And how many people now know who Charlton Heston is?
I don't think many people do.
Nobody. Although it was fun.
Unless they've watched
It was
old
fun
movies.
hearing Phil Hartman say in Charlton Heston voice cotton panties. Yes, there was once a real problem with Charlton Heston, and yes, cotton panties. So it was fun to actually hear him say that line. It's Hollywood, people. People have problems.
People have problems, to say the least.
Yes. Well, in Hollywood, they just get weirder. Need I mention Quentin Tarantino and his, well, fixation?
I have a feeling you have
You
to
mean
go
his
up.
foot fetish?
Yes. I wasn't going to say it, but thanks for saying it. Somebody actually told me that the whole foot episode they did on King of the Hill was to make fun of Quentin Tarantino.
Okay, jump.
where she actually ends up like she doesn't realize it, but her feet are being filmed as they are being massaged.
Oh, right.
And she ends up on a foot fetish site. I believe, I think a friend of mine actually said that it was like a jab at Quentin Tarantino, that whole episode. I can't confirm that. I can't confirm if that's what Mike Judge was doing, but it wouldn't surprise me. People like taking jabs at each other. Although, strangely enough, I was sad to see, because there was a South Park panel at Comic-Con.
Hi.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone will not revisit Shin Pokemon for Pokemon Go.
Too bad.
But their reasoning makes sense, and it's absolutely hilarious. They've actually accused the Pokemon Company of ripping off their jokes for Pokemon Go.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, what do you know? I could do the snooze pack, even with the battery in it.
Additional battery power channel 2 door. Access is now granted.
And of course, Alex doesn't know what I'm talking about, because
Nope.
he's never seen Shin Pokemon.
Nope, I haven't.
Shin Pokemon?
Shin Pokemon!
What is this Shin Pokemon you speak of?
That would be the South Park equivalent of Pokemon.
Oh.
And you know what? That's a badass version, because in that version, Pikachu has an arm cannon. No, they actually did say, like, they were considering doing a season 20 of South Park.
Mm-hmm.
It's 20 seasons of South Park, for crying out loud, people.
Goodness.
But people were asking, are you going to revisit Shin Pokemon for Pokemon Go? And they said no.
Actually.
And their little reasoning for it was because those Japanese fuckers stole our ideas. It was something along those lines. It was like the Japanese took their jokes and made them real.
Right, I can.
To which at that point I have to ask Trey, Matt, what Japanese businessman approached you and said your penis was big? Do you want to talk about it? That was the joke, is like, so I'm going to do a quick synopsis for people because they're not going to see it. Shin Pokemon was supposed to be a Japanese campaign to basically brainwash kids
Right.
into flying planes to recreate Pearl Harbor.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
You heard me right, people. So they created the TV show, the games, and all that. And in fact, the game is actually like a Pearl Harbor simulator. It's not even associated with Shin Pokemon. And every time, like, the parents would notice that this was going on and be like, what the crap? And they'd go confront the Japanese businessmen that were selling Shin Pokemon.
Right.
And every time they would do it, Japan, or the Japanese, because it was always the men that went.
Mm-hmm.
And the Japanese men would always look at them and just go, oh, are you American with the bigger penis? And it was always that. And so, like, they would literally get away with it because they would always be bringing up the Americans' giant penises.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a not safe for work episode
Leave
today.
it to South Park. Oh.
And so eventually, like, they actually do, like, plan up a Pearl Harbor height, or a Pearl Harbor, but then the next big fad happens and the kids don't care.
Packing requirements have been met. A bonus will now be awarded.
Is there an extra bonus in this one?
But the best part in the episode is
I don't
one
think
simple
so.
moment where, because they're becoming so brainwashed, they are actually speaking Japanese instead of English.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the kids now look like anime characters. And they're actually speaking like their regular lines, but in Japanese.
Right.
So, like, Cartman would occasionally fart in classroom, so he goes, Gite, gite, gite. And it's all in anime.
Of
So
course.
it's great.
But if you go outside, you can get the Cheeto page by going through one of the windows that you can break.
Okay.
And I think that's your last Cheeto page in this world, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see, we brought up Simpsons, and we brought up South Park. Can we bring up Family Guy? No. Because I refuse to bring up Family Guy.
Oh, yeah. I
Can
don't
you
like-
imagine a Family Guy doing
Oh, I know how I can bring up Family Guy. Hey, Ghostbusters writers,
Ow.
I think you owe a little bit of a royalty to Seth MacFarlane. Because you used his jokes throughout the damn movie.
Right.
I say you could imagine if Family Guy decided to do a spoof with Episode 7 of Star Wars.
I hope they don't. I really hope they don't.
You don't want another Blue Harvest.
No. Because Blue Harvest is okay, something Dark Side is better, and It's a Trap is horrible. It's a Trap is absolutely horrible. And exemplifies the problems with Seth MacFarlane's kind of humor.
Yeah, I gotta fly.
And I actually like the fact that people want me to clarify, what is it about Seth MacFarlane's humor that I don't like? Seth MacFarlane relies on one simple type of joke that bugs the living crap out of me because it's not inventive anymore. And that is
I think there's one window that you just
long,
smash.
lingering conversation after the conversation. So, like, they've now decided we need to go to this place to get this done. Are you gonna eat that donut? Oh, I don't know. I was thinking about it. Well, I would like to have the donut if you're not gonna have the donut. Well, I might just have the donut later. I don't know. I haven't even thought about it. That's the joke. That's the joke that Seth, to this day, will not let die on Family Guy. It's in every Family Guy. It's like, it's his go-to. It's his safe security blanket joke. And I'm sick and tired of it. It was funny the first 5 times I saw it. But now that we're up to 305, it's not funny anymore.
Unless you smashed the window already.
I don't know where this is.
And before people start jumping down my throat, well, Simpsons and South Park have their... Yes, they do. And I don't like those either. I don't like reusing jokes endlessly. I mean, for crying out loud, South Park had Chef.
Yeah.
That he always had to have some kind of sexual innuendo or
It's
reference.
on the same side as where the train station would be.
Okay.
And of course, the guy who played Chef, rest in peace, because he passed away. And how did Trey Parker and Matt Stone reward him? By making his character a pedophile.
Oh, that sucks.
And a pedophilic Darth Vader. To boot.
Try that one.
Something tells me that Trey and Matt were not happy with him that day.
View totals. Oh.
And before people start jumping down my throat, well, you just don't find anything funny. No, I
you're
do.
missing one.
I do. I find things like witty humor
Probably
funny.
the only one left that you haven't gotten would be by the where the welder is. It's right around there.
And I find a lot of the Channel Awesome stuff funny because a lot of that stuff is smarter humor.
It's like right like the by the fan area.
Right. I've done that.
Thanks, Andrea.
Oh,
You
that
keep
way.
on interrupting.
Yeah.
You keep on. What is wrong, Andrea? Why are you constantly
You can't do that
interrupting?
yet unless you have the glide move.
And yet she's not even talking to me anymore. She's just off in her own little world, and she's constantly interrupting me, and I don't appreciate that. I'm just gonna go ahead and play the world's smallest violin, and go ahead and play My Heart Bleeds for Me,
Okay.
because that's what I'm doing right now. It's either that or I start going into some wrestler voices to get people to listen to me.
Intruder alert. Backup required to defend Grunty's treasure.
Well, then go grab it.
Well, there's tin cups, and I gotta destroy them first.
Oh wow. Of course, you only got 2 eggs left.
I'll make it. I can make it.
No, you can't. Stay on target.
Oh, 2 of them.
Oh yeah, just shoot them all until they're all gone, and then
Yep.
save your.
Damn it. Come here.
We'll want to just resupply them.
No,
Shoot it.
Okay.
it's not open. I can't shoot it. Hold still, you son of a... Come on. Open.
You son of a bandwagon.
Smile,
Alex,
you...
do we need to get the blast visor?
Smile, you son of a bitch. That would have been rad if I actually hit him.
Welcome to Earth.
Welcome to Earth.
which is appropriate considering what Andrea just barely said.
Oh, intruder has defeated the tin tops. Grunty's treasure has been lost.
Wow, they give up real easy over Grunty Industries, don't they?
Damn it!
It's too low.
Nope.
I could've
Turn
told you that.
around.
Yeah, you accidentally shoot the